For all of you officers that like to do traffic stops to intimidate and harass drivers, me included lately, and you don't do a ticket because you know you can't, or maybe you were genuinely being nice. Honestly, I don't. There's very few officers who I would trust to be legitimately caring about their community, and that's because I have met them multiple times and spoken with them multiple times, and I can tell what kind of person they are. Now, let me tell you this. Anytime that my car is on the road, I don't care if I'm going 0.5 miles down the road to take a shit, I will be on YouTube Live. And the sole purpose of being on YouTube Live anytime that I am on the road is to catch any and all officers for pulling me over for retaliation. Now, I'm autistic, I'm not stupid, but let me tell you the things that I have witnessed in the past month. Officers doing full-blown U-turns in order to pull me over. That's what Henderson County did to me back in 21. That's why I called them back in 21 and said I could be getting raped and robbed at the same time, and you'll find a way to make it my fault because I'm homeless. And let me tell you, the only mistake I made with those assholes was not plastering their names all over my car sooner, before June 4th of 21. The only mistake that I made with them was not recording them and putting them online. The only mistake that I made with them was not blasting them on social media. So let me tell you this. Buncombe County, I don't care what fucking county or state you're fucking from. If you're an officer and you want to pull me over to be a petty little dick, okay, what's going to happen is you're going to look like a petty little dick in front of all of my followers or anybody that's viewing the live. And the whole point of going live on my deliveries is to catch officers pulling me over. There is literally no other reason. And when I start doing police auditing down here, let me tell you, you guys are going to have a real bad time, because I know that you guys don't like this car, and you know what, I don't see you paying for 2 new doors on my car, and I don't see you paying my car insurance, or my fucking bills. I sure as fuck don't see you guys apologizing for fucking up my back, Henderson County. So let me tell you this, anytime an officer is within eyesight of me, I am watching them. I don't care if you're undercover. I get suspicious about the fucking red lights on the rear wheels of some of those cars. I'm pretty sure they're cops. I'm not sure. I don't know what that red sensor is for, but that's how alert I am when it comes to cops. And let me tell you why. Because I know that in Henderson County, you don't have to be doing anything wrong in order to get in trouble, or even to get pulled over. You just have to not be liked by the cops. And I am learning that it is also that way everywhere. So let me tell you this. If you're a corrupt cop and you want to pull my ass over, you better hope YouTube Live isn't running, which it will be, because you're going to end up making the internet. Now, I'm not sure if the guy was a rookie or not, because usually it's rookies that pull me over, and it's the seasoned cops who say, fuck it, leave her alone, we don't want the headache. But let me tell you this. The sole purpose of being on live internet anytime my vehicle is on the road is to catch the police retaliating. I will never not have my camera running while I'm on the road. Never. In fact, now, as of tonight, because I recorded what happened on 2 different phones, I've got an Obama phone as well that I use for YouTube. Because of that, I have 3 phones, by the way. One of them John gave to me, the guy that saved my life. So let me tell you, I got 3 phones, okay? And all of them could be running at a different time. I can even take one if I want to, and I can hook it up to the Wi-Fi of one of these other 2 that has service, and I can have it watch my ass end. Okay? And then y'all will really be in big shit, because then that phone that's literally stuck in my back window to catch you doing a U-turn to pull me over, okay, that's going to make you look even worse than you already look right now. Now, I used to respect Buncombe because I thought y'all fixed your shit. Obviously, you have not. You have lost my respect. If you're one of the good ones, and you're like, oh shit, I done got caught in the middle of this because one of the rookies done fucked up, well, I'm sorry, buddy. I mean, you know what? Come up to me one day if you see me in public and say, hey, I'm one of the good ones and I want to prove it to you. And I will say, okay, I'll remember your name and I'll remember your car number. And then when I see you doing good things, or I see that you truly believe in to protect and serve. When I see you out and about, I will be sure to give you recognition. And I don't care what county or state you're from. If I am on the road and I do see a police officer, whether state, county, or local, if you are doing something good in order to look out for your community, I will give you recognition, even if I do not know who you are. Even if it's not safe for me to pull up a secondary camera and record what you're doing because I'm driving, I will make damn sure that I tell people what I saw. And let me tell you, one of the examples that I'm going to point out is that when I worked at FedEx in Charlotte and I was coming home, I was in downtown Charlotte coming to Matthews, and I watched a CMPD officer stop in the middle of the road, and I didn't know what was going on. And there's a older, like a 70-year-old homeless man who was sleeping under a bridge. And do you know what that officer did? That officer got out and got that man some new boots, some fresh, thick socks because it was freezing, it was wintertime, and he gave the man a very thick blanket. And he woke the man up. I don't know if he gave him coffee or hot chocolate. And I wish I knew that officer's name because I had no way of knowing that literally a year and a half later I would have started a movement like this because I trusted the police before. And it warmed my heart. So when I think of Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, one, they know my dad's a giant asshole. So they know me in a good way. And two, I have never had a bad experience with the police outside of Western North Carolina. I have never had a bad experience with the police anywhere before June 4th, 2021, when I came up to live in my car March of 2021 because I lost my apartment due to COVID. Never have I ever had a bad experience with the police. I used to be the one to tell everybody that the police are good and there's only a few bad apples. Well, unfortunately, the reality has struck, and I have realized that there are more bad apples than we would want to know about. So I am going to be the one that attempts, at the very least, to put a stop to that bullshit. I want to bridge the gap between citizens and police. I don't want to create further divide. And while I do have trouble trusting the police, when I see one that believes in protect and serve, I will give you recognition. I don't care if I know your name. If I saw you out in public, there's a few officers in Hendersonville. If I saw you assholes out in public, compliment intended, I would shake your hand and ask you how the hell you're doing and where the hell you been and what the fuck you been up to, because I respect you. And I may not know some of your names, and I may not know who all the good ones are yet, but I stand with that. I respect good people, whether you wear a badge or not. If you're wearing a badge, I am even more offended that you're a corrupted asshole than I would be if a normal citizen was a corrupted asshole, because you're supposed to protect us, and that's how I feel about that. So no, this is not going to be a situation like they put me in back in 2021, where they harassed me and stalked me and I had no proof, because now I videotape everything, and I videotape it live on the internet, so that as it's happening, there are witnesses watching what's happening. Y'all need to watch your P's and Q's, because I'm real pissed off right now. I ended up with a massive migraine that I didn't fucking need tonight, because of somebody wanting to be petty. And I don't appreciate it. Okay? And you know what? And I can understand the bicycle rack to an extent, but what I do not understand, why is my vehicle the only one getting pulled over for that shit? Why? The reality is because I live in my vehicle and they know it. There are tourists with this same bicycle rack who never get pulled over. Okay? And I've seen cops behind people with the same bicycle rack in the same position. Do not pull them over. Now let me tell you, I had this bicycle rack in this position for 10 years. And every cop, for 10 years, ignored it. For the 6 years I did delivery up here from 2015 to 2019, every officer up in Western North Carolina ignored it. But only when I lived in my car did it all of a sudden become a problem. Only when I lived in my car did my lights all of a sudden become a problem. So let me tell you, 10 years is a big fucking gap. It is an enormous gap. Y'all know how many days 10 years is? It's a lot. It's going on 11 years, actually. So let me tell you, that's a really big gap to ignore the on and off taillight issues that I have had in the past, and the bicycle rack, and then all of a sudden, oh look, it's a problem, let's pull her over. I am autistic, I am not stupid. Y'all thought that I was stupid enough to fuck over, and you might have been right when it came to indirectness, Henderson County, but let me tell you, the whole damn world's gonna know what you fucking did. And I'm gonna make it 10 times more difficult for you assholes to do that to anybody else. And if you're doing it to anybody currently, I encourage that person to come to me and tell me their story. We'll put your story on the fucking internet too. Because I've been meeting other autistic people who have told me that Henderson County police take advantage of their autism. So what does that tell you? That's going around all around the fucking country. We need reform. We need reform where there are serious consequences for taking advantage of the mentally handicapped when you're an officer of the law.